100 questions about writing in 5 minutes or less. Let's go! Question 20. You made a fifth of the way there. Okay. Do you believe in the concept of a muse? No. This could be the shortest video ever. I could just basically end it there. But I'll talk a little bit more because I've got 5 minutes to fill. Waiting for the muse is kind of the idea of the artist, the author, the writer being this person that lays on a couch and waiting for the mysterious muse to come to them and fill them with its promise. And then, oh yes, now I can write that fantastic novel.
That's bullshit.
There are people out there, whenever you tell them they're a writer, they will say, oh, I'm going to write a novel one of these days. Maybe they will. 99.9% of them will not, because they also have this kind of false impression of what it means to be a writer or an author, or whatever you want to call it. The idea of the muse is waiting for inspiration that comes from some other source, something external to you that will give you this wonderful gift that will bring the amazing idea forth from the dark recesses of your mind. This is a lie. This is another myth that has been created. The reality is authors grind. If you're being a writer and you're doing it often, it can be a difficult thing to write. There are some days where I sit down and it's just easy. Everything's going well. Things in my daily life, my family life, my day job, all of these things obviously affect my mood, and that can affect my ability to write. However, writing is my other job because I work part-time and write part-time. And so I sit down and I have to write. I have to get the words done because I'm on a deadline. But also, I do enjoy writing. But like any other job, there are days when I sit down, I'm tired, I'm hungover, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm a bit bored, something else going on in my brain that's distracting me from actually doing the work. And on those days, I just grind through and get the work done. I always say it's discipline over motivation. Writing is a long process. It's a difficult process. Writing any novel is like a marathon, and it takes time. And when you get to the end of that first draft, you think, oh, it's brilliant, I'm done. But that is only the beginning of the work. And that first long draft can feel like an enormous slog because you've got to fit it in around everything else going on in your life, and find time to write can be difficult. But waiting for the inspiration to strike is a mistake. By all means, if things come to you, if you do get flashes of ideas and you think, oh, that's a great thing, but you're not able to write it down at that time and spend an hour, 2 hours working on it, the best thing is scribble it down, put it in your phone, write on a scrap bit of paper and just hang on to it and build up these notes. I kind of put them on Word and then I flesh them out when something else comes to me and I build them. Like you've seen Candy Floss machines. I kind of think sometimes building the ideas of a book are a bit like that. You start off and it's just a stick, there's nothing there. But over time you're kind of gradually building up these ideas, and at the end you've got this enormous thing and you're like, now it's a cohesive whole, now it makes sense. Ooh, I know where I'm going now. And once you've got a better picture of the book, other things will start sparking and bouncing in between, like a ball ricocheting around a cage. And I think that's what it's like to actually build a book. I think it takes time. I think it takes concentration and overtime as well. You can kind of come up with a core concept, but then you have to build it out, you have to flesh it out. Now, whether you do that whilst you're writing the novel and you're building it by the seat of your pants, as it were, but even then, your brain is processing things in the background whilst you're at work, whilst you're playing with the kids, whilst you're doing something else. Your brain is working on the book like it's a puzzle, like it's a jigsaw, and you're fitting the pieces together. Or if you're someone who plans the book ahead, you lay it all out, you kind of put it on the page and build the different bits and bobs and think, right, now I can see the shape of the book, and then you start writing it. There isn't a right way to do it. There's only what works for you. But the idea of waiting for something external to come in and give you the gift that will drive the book forward, that's just not true. Again, it's just another one of these myths that people have about writing.